Now we're going on to our next amazing speaker. It's Abba Newbury. She's CMO Habito. And stay on today. We've got talks from Boots and KFC and Patagonia and so much more. So without further ado, Anna, it's over to you.
Hello, thank you for having me. And yeah, I'm going to very quickly share with you kind of my story about what it's like to build a brand at a tech business. And a lot of what you'll hear from tech businesses is that if you build the product, they will come. There's no need for marketing. And if you show the product, they will come. And so kind of no need for brand marketing. But we decided to spin all of that on its head and go out to build a brand. Now, I'm not sure if any of you have heard about Habito. We're the fastest growing mortgage broker in the UK. We are entirely tech based, so you can get a full mortgage application from the comfort of your own home. We're also the only mortgage broker who's also a mortgage lender. So we're also inventing mortgages as well as making the process of getting a mortgage easier. So we set about this process, building our brand in the same way that we went about building our business, which was to put the customer at the very heart of everything that we're going to do. And I'm going to show you some of our advertising. So the first insight for building our ads is that the process of getting a mortgage can quite literally feel like you're being robbed blind. And we've taken that to dramatic consequences, as you'll see from our advertising.
Want to save money on your mortgage? It's either or Habito.
So the next customer insight that we decided to kind of build our brand off was our customers telling us that getting a mortgage was literally so stressful that they felt like they were drowning in their own sweat. And of course, we've taken that to our kind of comedy mortgage death extremes with the involvement of piranhas. So a quick extra ad from us.
Want a mortgage without the stress? It's either or Habito.
So we've continued to have fun with this as a creative tool, in a low interest, high risk, infrequent purchase category. Getting attention, earning attention, and continuing to do that is utterly vital for us. And we try to do it always with a sense of humour. So yeah, actually 20% of our customers actually admitted to us in a survey that getting their mortgage previous to coming to Habito was so stressful that they actually stopped having sex. So we chose to bring that to life for Valentine's Day this year, and you celebrated graphic designer Noma Bar to help us create the mortgage Kama Sutra. So a little sense of humour, and we've actually probably one of the most successful things we've done in terms of social media is print our Kama Sutra onto tea towels, and at one point it was one of the most sought after gifts to get onto your kitchen hob. And I guess the wonder of this approach is that by using data, we've been able to kind of prove the impact of building a brand as we've gone about it. So as a result of this campaign, this is from System 1 research, so our advertising actually gets more impactful every time we air it. And what that also means from a business perspective is that we've been able to triple our customer base, double our brand awareness, reduce our acquisition costs by 75%, and actually now are able to have a positive ROI for advertising of £1.52, which for an early growth, for a high growth, early stage business, we're very excited about what the future looks for this campaign. And that's it from me. I'm happy to take any questions.
Fantastic presentation. I've got lots of questions coming in. I'm going to pick some of my favourites here. There is one here from Aisha who says, have you ever considered, or do you consider, above-the-line media like TV in your plans?
Absolutely. We spend 70% of our marketing budget on TV.
And how does that? And my question from me: how do you make sure the TV spend and TV activity is integrated with digital?
I guess kind of digital's at the heart of what we do. So we always kind of see TV as integrated and kind of part of all of our social and digital activity will build around it. TV has an instant impact on our search results as well. So when we're on TV, our search performance increases dramatically, and then it tends to have a kind of longer 6-month effect as well on our kind of overall ability to acquire customers.
Andy asks, what about programmatic advertising? What role does that play in your strategy?
None at all. We have tried it and have not been able to get it to work. Doesn't mean to say we're not going to try it again. But right now we're very focused on TV and search as our 2 core channels.
That's it. Sarah says, you mentioned a great designer. Sorry, I missed the name. How important is it to work with really high-level creators?
Noma Bar built our Mortgage Kama Sutra. Andy Baker and the Strange Beasts team made our TV advertising. So they're the team behind Adult Swim and Rick and Morty. And actually a skateboard and surf designer called Jimbo Phillips makes our poster ads. We fundamentally believe in the craft. We have an incredible advertising agency called Uncommon. The kind of the quality of our collaborations is super important to our creative strategy.
Yeah, Tim actually says creativity is so important. Uncommon are an amazing agency. Creativity is so important. What impact have you seen throughout the pandemic on that creative spirit? I guess he means, we hear this a lot, this creativity comes from face-to-face, comes from brainstorms and networking. So what impact has that had, do you think?
We're super lucky. We have a fantastic relationship with Uncommon before this. So we've been able to continue to work with them. We've got a brand new visual identity, which we're launching at the end of this year, which we've done with them over the pandemic. So hopefully we can prove that creativity can live in a virtual world.
Dan asks, and these questions are going to be the same, I think, all through the day. It's the pandemic dominates. But Dan asks, you mentioned mortgages. You're obviously in a tough market, but what impacts have you really seen from the pandemic, and are things getting better?
Yeah, when the pandemic hit, the housing industry shut down. So obviously, estate agents couldn't work, surveyors couldn't work, conveyancers couldn't work. Most of those businesses were not able to operate kind of digitally, at least for a while. So our business sort of juddered to a halt. Obviously, we had a lot of people kind of remortgaging and trying to save money and worrying about their finances. So we stayed fully open, even if people weren't able to buy houses. And now you'll have read a lot about it in the news. The housing market is back with a vengeance. Lots of us moving out, looking for gardens, and obviously the stamp duty holiday, which ends at the end of March, is driving a lot of people into market as well.
Abba, we're out of time. Thank you so much. Great presentation. Thank you.